Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I am Banjo Ben, your host on your favorite website to learn how to play guitar, banjo, and today we're doing mandolin. We're doing an old fiddle tune, D, today. It's called Fork-a-Deer or Forked Deer, whichever way you want to call it. It might depend on which side of the Mississippi you're on. I don't know, but it's a good one, as you just heard. Now, this is what I would consider a basic to intermediate version, and what I like most about this is we're not only going to learn just a version to the song. But the first A parts and B parts are very simple. They have lots of quarter notes, if you notice that. But then as we go into the second A part and the second B part, we're going to expand on those quarter notes. So part of the lesson is learning how to expand, how to insert connecting notes into a basic melody. So you can take some of the things that we learned in this lesson and apply it to all different sorts of songs, especially as you improvise. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, here in a moment, I'll ask you to go over to my favorite site as well, BanjoBenClark.com. You can join as a Gold Pick member and have access to hundreds of videos and tabs. Now, this is about a 30-minute lesson, and then I've got the tabs over there, just like I just played it, in PDF and in TEF file formats, as well as 3 different speeds of guitar backup tracks. I've got the performance speed, now I've got it at 80 beats per minute and then 65 beats per minute. So even if you've never played mandolin before, we go slow enough for you to play along. So I invite you to go over there and check it out. Let's dive into the first measure of Forked Deer. Let's learn a fun mandolin version to Forked Deer or to Forked Deer, however you want to say it. I've heard it said both ways. This song's in the key of D. It's a fiddle tune. It has a typical fiddle tune structure where we have 2 A parts followed by 2 B parts. Now what we've done in this one is I'm going to give you a very, very basic A part, first A part, and first B part. It has a lot of quarter notes in it. It helps you learn the melody for the tune. And then the second A part and the second B part, we're going to expand on that a little bit. So not only are we going to learn a version to the song, we're going to learn, and I'm going to try to teach you how to expand upon fiddle tune melodies. Okay, we'll throw the tab up there. The first 4 bars that we have here is actually a kickoff. We use a kickoff to kind of establish the tempo when you're at a jam. If you were the first one to take a solo and you would need to start the song, this is how you would do it. It sounds like this. So that's the first 4 bars of the song. It's in the key of D. I want you to pay attention to the pick direction arrows beneath each one of the notes. Down arrows, downstroke, up arrow, upstroke. And we're going to place our ring finger on the 4th fret, or I'm sorry, on the 7th fret of the low G string. And then our index finger we're going to place on the 4th fret of the D string. And we're going to strum through all 4 of those strings, even those first 2 open ones. And we're going to play a quarter note, and then we're going to do 2 eighth notes, then another quarter note, and 2 eighth notes. So that's the pattern. It sounds like this. You can just do that over and over again. It's also known as a shuffle pattern. Okay. Now we're going to play 2 measures of that, but when we get to measure 3, we're going to throw a little trick in there. The very first beat of measure 3, we're going to come down 1 fret, bring both fingers down 1 fret, so you have 3 and 6. And we're going to play through all the strings. That doesn't sound very good, does it? But then we're going to slide it up, back up to 4 and 7. And then play that same rhythm. Okay? And then when we get to measure 4, it's 4 quarter notes, so we play through all 4 strings, then we start to walk it up. So just play with me measures 1 through 4. Get in this position, 7, 4. And then we're going to do that shuffle pattern. And measure 3, we're going to slide into it. Ready, go. Now slide. You can use that as a kickoff on any song that's in the key of D. Now when we get to measure 5, we're going to start our first A part. Like I said, this is very basic. It contains the basic melody of Fork a Deer. It has a lot of quarter notes in it, and there's not really any blues notes, so almost every note that we play is going to be considered in the scale of D. Okay, so we're going to start on this D note, 5th fret of the A string, and we're just going to walk up that D scale. That's measure 5. When we get to measure 6, we're going to start with 2 quarter notes, 3, and then reach up with your pinky to 7, and then come back down. Measure 7 is exactly the same as measure 5. Then we're going to walk back down the scale measure 8, starting on the 3rd fret of the E string. So let's play measures 5 through 8 very slowly. Remember that I have another video segment here on the site where I play the whole thing through with you very slowly. Ready, go. Okay, good deal. We've got that first part framed out. Now measure 9, we're going to see a lot of the same things repeat in the second line. Measures 9 and 10 are exactly the same as measures 5 and 6. But then measure 11, we're going to wrap up this first A part, and it's going to work its way back down to this D string. We start on our 5th fret, so measure 11 sounds like this. And then measure 12, we're just going to walk down the scale to the D. So measures 9 through 12, slowly, play with me. Ready, go. Now here's where it gets fun, because that was a very basic melody, but as we get into measure 13, we're going to expand on those quarter notes. We're not going to play any quarter notes, only a couple at the end of the phrases, but now we're going to take those quarter notes and learn how to build eighth notes around them. Let's check that out.